Variable rate plans can easily hurt the average consumer, particularly vulnerable seniors, because they really demand a degree of vigilance and sophistication that is often and requires a commitment of energy and attention beyond what many people are in a position to provide. Some of those who do offer these plans have engaged in deceptive marketing practices to sell these unpredictable plans and have extracted unconscionably high profits from Connecticut consumers, especially those regarding those introductory rates in so-called teaser rates. And one of the problems is that this amounts to a predatory practice because the company is in effect counting on the customer not to be vigilant enough to react quickly enough to changing rates, and that even though there is a fairly low introductory rate, they're counting on the customer not reacting quickly enough to change plans, so that the person winds up being trapped for at least some period of time in the higher rates. And electric customers really deserve more stable, predictable electric rates, excuse me, whether obtained through standard offer service or from a multitude of highly competitive offers in the private supplier marketplace.
We have to protect consumers, and the situation here is it's similar to the mortgage industry where people unfortunately sometimes get bamboozled into getting variable mortgages, and later on when the rates go up they are harmed, as we're aware of the recent mortgage crisis about 5 or 6 years ago. So we're in a situation here where individuals, it's certainly a complex process of selecting your energy provider, and I just think the variable rates are very complicated, and I don't think they benefit the consumer. So I think to protect our consumers, it's better to have a uniform fixed rate for the duration of whatever contract you make and with whatever company you choose. But the bottom line is, from my perspective, I think the variable rates can only lead to higher rates and confusion and unnecessary costs and expense to our consumers. So therefore, I will support a ban of the variable rates for our consumers.
We have seen time and time again the sort of unscrupulous practices that have been used by the providers who sell variable rates. We know that this is not the best practice for consumers, and I'm proud to stand here today to protect consumers from these sorts of variable rates that often just take advantage of consumers and make them pay way more for their electricity than they should have to.
If you cannot provide the basic level of consumer protection that you get notice of your rate 1 month in advance so you can make a decision, then there is no business having these rates be available to consumers.
On a daily basis, I hear from my constituents, both at the local level and at the state level, on electric costs and the fact that they are not transparent, as transparent as they should be. It is clear that we have to take action to protect our constituents, and that's what we are going to do.
This is something that's so important, with the energy situation being what it is, with people fighting just to get heat. They should not be, confronted with deceptive practices in the variable rate in electricity. So it's the right thing to do at the right time, and I'm proud to give my support to the issue.
Having this bill passed, it'll protect seniors from being surprised and pushed from a standard fixed rate into a variable rate. And from experience, I can indicate that if you're not up to snuff and watching this on a day-to-day, month-to-month basis, you could be thrown into a variable rate that could increase your cost anywhere from 40, 50, or even higher percentage on a month-to-month basis. When you're on a fixed income, it's very difficult to handle the volatility of a utility bill. So something like this would be very beneficial and very protective for the senior citizens.